Hi everyone, I'm Zofia, I'm 17, and I'm pretty sure that you had time in your life when you loved particular movie, TV series, comic book or cartoon so much that you wanted it to become a true part of the real world. Or maybe even your brain has given you alternative stories with your favorite characters in the main roles. You imagine how would it be if they're sitting in front of you, having similar problems to you, doing similar things as you do. You can also thought that you are just a real fan of something. But have you ever wondered what kind of and how many benefits you can have from it? Now you probably think, she's crazy. You can have anything from just being a fan of something. You think that loving so much kind of movie or TV series or something is a kind of shame because it's wasting of our time. It's not true. It depends only on you, what you will use your imagination for. You know, there are more countries in our world than you probably think. And one big that unites all of them is called fandom. But what does it mean? No one really defined this word properly before. Online dictionaries say that it's a state or condition of being a fan of something or someone. But I'm sure that fangirls and fanboys from all around the world would not agree with this definition. Why? Because you have to get involved into the fan community. You have to do something to be called a part of fandom structure. You also have to create it to some extent. Fandoms have also their own rules, although in general we consider them to be a variable structure. First and foremost, they are not exactly positioned in time. Timeline is fluent. It means that they have no beginning and no end. They just are. It's basically made up of people, so only people can decide in which direction it will develop. And very important thing, most interactions take place online. So members of fandom have not directly contact with each other. Let me tell you a story. 5 years ago, I was in your place. Of course, if you haven't heard anything about the idea of fandom before. I was helping in my small primary school library. It's a bit strange for an 11-year-old girl, but I hated fantasy books. I was obsessed with a real lifestyle. I always told people, do not borrow this book, do not read it, live a real lifestyle, and things like that. One day, my close friend finally persuaded me to read my first fantasy book in my whole life. I remember it today. It was Percy Jackson, written by Rick Riordan. And then something happened. Something that changed my future life forever. Because world presented in a book cased to be enough for me. I started looking for new solutions, for something more. And of course, I realized how huge power of people stays beyond every single book, TV series, movie, music group, sport team. There is even a fandom of world ski jumpers. If you enter the word fandom into the internet search engine, you will find thousands of group time chats, fanfictions, stories, fan shops, and many, many more. But what all of them really connect? Above all, they connect people. It's something I didn't think about at the beginning. I thought that I'm sitting in it alone. And of course, I was wrong. It's not true. It's hard to believe that on the other side of the world can sit person at your age who loves something the same as you do, just as much as you do. And it's amazing that the only thing connecting you two is fact that you are the fans of the same, and the world presented, for example, in book, so canon, is not enough for you. You want something more. You want to create headcanons, alternatives full of your better ideas for better ending, better pairings, or just situations associated with your favorite characters. Rainbow Rowell even wrote a book about this phenomenon. It's about a girl who writes fan fictions. It's called Fangirl. But why it's so inspiring? Why people want to write books about it? What are the benefits of being a fangirl? Firstly, it allows you to meet so many new people. I can say that I've met a lot of my close friends at the book time chats or by playing role-play games. Many of them I've met at the conventions. Those are events organized mostly by fans, when you can meet people with similar interests to you. You can also dress up as your favorite character, so make a cosplay. But it's not that simply that you have to just meet a group of people without reason. It would be funny. It must be some reason for it, right? The reason is your imagination and the fact that you've decided to share it with other people from all around the world. You go beyond barriers of your own brain and sometimes create stories without even knowing about it. Isn't it amazing? For me, it is. I see it on myself. Since I became a real fangirl, my achievements at school have taken completely different form. Now, I think in a different way and see another solutions. You can say that all contact with fandom influenced my imagination, and this process is constantly happening in my head. It concerns you more than you've ever thought. Think about it. Fandoms are beautiful, still undiscovered phenomena with a strong sociological background. I'm sure that they will soon turn our world upside down. If you have that option, do not be afraid of being a fan of something or someone. Try to use it as a way to be more open-minded. Thank you.